Welcome friends, I am here to do another video collection update video. I'm going to start off with the few new purchases that I have obtained recently. Back in, I think it was the end of December, I heard that Porcupine Tree was releasing Deadwing for the first time in a long time. Deadwing is my favorite Porcupine Tree album, and I was very excited to hear that they were putting it out on vinyl. So with further ado, here we go. I believe this would be a great place for anybody to start their Porcupine Tree collection if you're not already doing so. It's a gatefold, and I'll just show you it there. Great album. And second on my list is a 7-inch for Stranger in a Strange Land by Iron Maiden. Probably my favorite song off of that album, which being, of course, Summer in Time. Great song, great artwork as well. And rounding out the new stuff is an album by Sufjan Stevens, and it's kind of a, I'm not going to say leftovers, but it was a good companion piece to his most recent album, Carrying Lowell. And this is tracks off of that session that didn't make the album, and mixed with quite a few remixes and stuff. It's not essential, but I would recommend it if you do have Carrying Lowell. Definitely pick this up because it's a nice addition to that. That's Sufjan Stevens' The Greatest Gift. Alright, now we're going to go into the used stuff, and recently I've hit a couple of record shows. First one was being in Winnipeg, Manitoba on, I believe it was March 18th, called Rockin' Richards. And this is what I got at that one. This, of course, is the Van de Graaff generator, but they dropped the generator for this album and just referred to themselves as Van de Graaff due to the fact that one of the members had left the band, and out of respect they just left it at the Van de Graaff. He would later rejoin them again, and they would take back the name of Van de Graaff Generator. And it is on a gatefold, and there's the gatefold with the lyrics and credits. The fellow's name is David Jackson, the saxophone player. He did not come on this album. He plays on it on a couple tracks, but he wasn't a full member of the band. A little bit of history for you there. And after that, I got the Steve Hackett album, Spectral Mornings. Another great addition to the Steve Hackett collection. And I got a group called Star Castle, and I believe this is either their second or third album, called Citadel. Not that great of an album. There's one song on it that's pretty good, but the rest is pretty mediocre at best. But I really like that cover. But overall, not a bad listen. It's okay. And then next I found one that has been on my grail list for a long time, and I have never seen it out in the wild. And that is, of course, King Crimson's Lark's Tongue in Aspic. So I was really excited to find this finally on vinyl. I have the CD, but of course we all know vinyl sounds better and is better. But yeah, it's in very good condition as well. A little pricey, I think I paid 20 bucks for that, but it was well worth it. Alright, another great album I got was by a group called Camel, and this is their live album, simply called a live album. Or sorry, a live record. And yeah, as you can see, it's black and it shows the glare like a bastard. It is a gatefold. I will open it up there. You can see credits there, etc. People who are familiar with Camel, they have an album called The Snow Goose. Well, they do it entirely live on this album, and this is up there with any of the great live albums of the time. If you ever see this, I recommend you checking it out. It's great music just to sit back and listen to. And course, I'm a Genesis fan, so I came across the 12-inch for the Land of Confusion single. And this has a track on it called Feeding the Fire that didn't make the Invisible Touch album. It's a decent song too. But yeah, I love that artwork as well. And a couple more here from Rockin' Richards. This is a bootleg that I got with Bowie, and it is called Live Dance, which is obviously a reference to his Let's Dance album and tour. Sound quality isn't great, but it's not bad, but it is a good addition to the collection, and as a collector, I do like buying stuff like this. It's just kind of a memento to the time. I'm going to show you the track list up carefully there, and it reads like a greatest hits. Yeah, it's a double album as well. Alright, one more from Rockin' Richards, and that was Marillion's Clutching at Straws. This was the last album, of course, with their lead singer Fish at the time, before Steve Hogarth took over. A great find. We're looking for this one for a while too. Alright, now we switch over to Brandon's biggest record and tape sale, or something to that. I probably butchered that up pretty good. Anyways, I'm a big James Bond fan, and I'm starting to collect all the soundtracks. I've got a couple in the collection already, but I found For Your Eyes Only fairly cheap. Not the best Bond soundtrack by any means, but the title track, For Your Eyes Only, was sung by Sheena Easton, and it's a decent song. The movie's pretty good as well. And the second thing and the last thing that I got at the Brandon sale was this 20 Years of Jethro Tull. It's a 5-record box set. I got it for $2 because the guy said the first LP was missing. So I only have the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th record. But it is in immaculate condition and plays like it's brand new. So for $2, I wasn't gonna pass on that. I mean, you'd be silly to. Soon. Take care. Good night. Bye.